Wait a minute. You mean I have to call them? I thought you said this was inbound closing. This is what a lot of people have said who have come to me to either work with us or have trained at other places and tried to find closing positions and then can't figure out why it is they're being asked to call. Today we're going to go over 3 things that they don't tell you about closing. I'm Stratton Jr., godfather of sales. I've been in sales for a little over 15 years now. I've been closing online full-time for 2 of those years, since March of 2019. If you like the information you get out of these videos, be sure and hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel, get notified when there's new videos coming out. Let's get into it. Now, when people get into closing, most of the time, they are under the impression that they're going to go through their training, they're going to get a hold of a client or an influencer, and they're going to sit down and have a schedule of calls that are coming to them that they will answer the phone and get the sale. That's not reality. There's a very, very few and rare situations where that actually happens. Not normal at all. So, first thing that they don't tell you about closing, inbound closing or not, however you want to word it or say it or try to put some fancy term to it, is you're the one calling people. Yeah, they may have asked for it, they may have scheduled the call. That's what we consider an inbound call, somebody who asked to be contacted, but you're still the one doing the dialing. You're the one calling them and hoping they answer. You're not just waiting for them to call you. Second thing that most people don't tell you about sales is that you cannot close with just a script alone. Can't do it. Now, I shouldn't say can't. You're not going to be able to close at a very high rate with a script alone. Yes, people will accidentally fall into a sale every now and then just by following their script when a prospect has real interest and desire for whatever it is they're talking about, but this is not normal. Your prospect says something that's not written on your script and you don't know how to react to it, you're lost. And that causes many closers to lose sales. Right? You can't just close with a magic script and expect to be super successful. Not going to happen. And the third thing that people don't tell you about closing is that it takes work. It's not easy. It takes time to put into practice and to get used to having these kinds of conversations. It takes time to learn to recognize the different personalities of people that you're working with, to learn to use your tonality during a call properly, to be able to not need the script so that you can have a flowing conversation while still getting the information that you need. The majority of people who get into closing and sales do not jump in and 3 months later start making 10, 15, 20K a month. Has happened, does happen every now and then, but the majority of people don't do that. That's not the way it works. It takes time. I was closing for a full year before I hit my first 10K month. Look at reality. Look at what this is. It is a job where you work from home, but you are still dependent on an influencer or a client to hand you work. You are still dependent on following any type of schedules or procedures that they want you to have. And you are responsible for making sure you are on time. There's no manager looking over your shoulder to make sure you get there, to make sure you're sitting at your computer or at your phone ready to go. It's work. It takes time to learn and to get better. So don't get discouraged if you've been learning and practicing for a while and you're not producing the results that you'd like to make. Keep working at it. And in fact, if you'd like more places to practice or more information, click that link down below in the description, join our Facebook group, and you can ask questions in there, talk to people, get to know us. It's an amazing place to be. I'm Stratton Jr., godfather of sales. We'll see you in the next one.